You ever feel like women can be so dang hard to pick up sometimes? Well, you know what isn't hard to pick up? A game. Because it weighs like nothing. Especially if you have a digital copy of a game, because then it literally weighs nothing. Because it's just data, and data doesn't have any weight. Although it does have to load sometimes, so it makes you wait. But that's a different kind of weight. What the fuck am I talking about? HuniePop is a tile-matching puzzle game and dating sim designed for adults and developed by HuniePop. It was released on PC back in January of 2015 after being successfully kickstarted by over 1,000 horny individuals. It's since received a lot of attention and currently has a sequel in the works scheduled to be released later this year in 2018. In HuniePop, you play as either a guy or girl in search of love with the help of the Love Fairy, who takes the form of a bartender at the beginning of the game. But it's not long till they pull a B&E while you're sleeping and reveal themselves to be a fairy, who basically tells you it's their job to help you find love because you're too much of a sad sack of shit to do it on your own. Lovely.
Oh my god, it's worse than I thought, isn't it? Alright, grab your shit, we're going on a date right now.
After going on a practice date with the Love Fairy, whose name is Q, it's time to go on the creepy prowl and find some girls to woo. You're then tasked with picking a starting location and meeting each of the main 8 girls one by one. There's Audrey, the mega bitch, Kiana, the young mom, Tiffany, the cheerleader, Aiko, the hot Asian teacher, Belly, the yoga instructor, Jessie, the cougar, Lolo, the flight attendant, and Nikki, the recluse gamer girl. There's also a few unlockable characters that I just don't feel like mentioning right now. Don't be lazy and make me do all the work. Figure it out yourself. The main point of the game is to talk to the girls and learn about them and eventually take them on a super sexy date. When talking to the girls, you learn about them by asking specific questions or being asked questions by them. They can ask random things that they want your thoughts on or ask about something they told you when you asked them a question. Successfully asking questions you haven't asked before and answering their questions with what they want to hear earns you honey, which can be used to boost your stats for when you go on dates. The girls also have a hunger meter and drink meter. The hunger meter determines how much you can interact with a girl at a given time. If the hunger meter gets depleted, you can no longer talk to them, give them gifts, or take them on a date unless you give them food or try again later. The drink meter is how intoxicated they are. The more drinks you buy them, the more honey you earn when talking to them, but you can only buy drinks for a girl at night. I mean, obviously, nobody drinks during the day, that would just be silly. What? It's technically 4 a.m., so I'm not wrong. Talking to the girls is important, but the main focus of the game is the dates. Dates are how you get a girl's affection up and also how you earn money. Kinda weird since going on a date in real life makes your money magically disappear. Well, that and buying porn games. Money is used in a number of ways. You can use it to buy food and drinks, as mentioned earlier for the girls, but you can also buy gifts for them to give them randomly to earn some honey. There's also unique gifts you can give them to permanently increase the amount of honey you get from talking to them. Now let's talk about the dates, because the dates are when the puzzle part of the game takes place. And that's the only real reason you would buy this game. Right? When you go on a date, you are given the date grid, a puzzle game where you must match tokens in order to fill up a girl's affection meter. It's similar to games like Candy Crush and Bejeweled, except that instead of being limited to just dragging a token one space over, you can move a token any number of spaces horizontally or vertically, which allows you to set up some nice combos. There are several different types of tokens on the board that all do different things. The 4 main tokens are Romance, which are orange crescent moons, Talent, which are blue music notes, Sexuality, which are red teardrops, and Flirtation, which are green stars. These tokens build affection in the affection meter, which needs to be maxed in order for the date to be a success. Depending on what the girl likes, these tokens can give different values. The other tokens are Joy, these little yellow bells that when matched grant you additional moves, Passion, the pink hearts which help increase the value of token combos, Sentiment, the light blue teardrops which allow you to use date gifts, and Broken Hearts, which when matched, lower the affection meter. During the date, you can give date gifts, which can do a number of things, like change all broken hearts in the grid to passion hearts, or consume all the tokens of a certain type. Date gifts can only be acquired when they are given to you as a reward for giving a girl a gift they absolutely love. The difficulty of the date is the amount of moves you're allowed. The default is 20 moves unless the girl's hunger meter is completely maxed before the date. Then you start with 24 moves. Each date you go on with a girl becomes more and more difficult because you need more points to fill the affection meter. So gaining honey and increasing your stats are a must in order to succeed on later dates. You must successfully go on 3 dates, then 1 night date with a girl before the bedroom bonus, which is the final puzzle for that girl. And after you beat the 5th and final puzzle, you get to have fun time with them. You know what I'm talking about, eh? Eh? It's sex. You get to have sex with them. Yes, that's right. The ultimate goal is to sleep with all the girls. And depending on what version of the game you got, you may be seeing some rather pornographic images. The Steam version of the game is censored, so instead of a fully naked image, you just get to see some titties. But if you bought the game elsewhere, well, you'll be seeing more than tits, let's just say that. Hey, I'm good with tits. I mean, although I'm more of an ass guy myself. So, what if you fail a date? No matter. Failing a date doesn't really have any consequences besides not gaining one step further to titties. If you fail, you can always just try the date again the next time you talk to the girl, so never be afraid to go for the gold. As far as how the game looks, it's really nice. I love the art style of the girls except for maybe Jessie. I don't know what it is. There's just something about her face to me. I don't know, but yeah, she's not my favorite. As far as favorites go, I'd have to say Belly. She's just so damn adorable. And speaking of Belly, she just sent me a photo. Sweet Jesus. The game also has full voice acting, which is awesome. I've played a lot of games like this. And I must say, when there's full voice acting, it definitely draws me more into the game, and I get more connected to the characters. The game is fully controlled by using the mouse, so no controller support. I suspect there's a reason for the game being controlled by just one hand, allowing you to have a free hand at all times, but I just can't think of why at the moment. So is it any fun? Actually, yeah, and not just for one reason either. I found myself really enjoying the puzzles the more I played the game, and the difficulty does start to ramp up, making you work for that sweet, sweet honey. You can bet I'll be picking up the second one with both hands when it comes out.